students from Rockville. Eleanor Roosevelt. And Gonzaga. Meet today on It's Academic. That's a lot of noise. I like it. Hello, everybody. I'm Hillary Howard. This is the opening round. You know how it works. Each team begins with 100 points. 10 up for a right answer, 10 down for a wrong answer, and the contestants don't see what you do on the screens at home. Let's begin. This round should be X-rated. Would you like to know why? All your answers must be 5-letter words that have an X in the middle. Ready? Benjamin Franklin wrote that nothing is certain except death and Rockville.
Taxes.
Taxes it is. Amenhotep III built a major temple in this Egyptian city. The answer is Luxor. This is the smallest image unit of a computer video. Rockville.
Pixel.
Pixel it is. This hormone plays a major role in the growth of plants. The answer is oxen. X in the middle. This word follows Anglo in referring to Rockville. Saxon's right. This is the term for a female fox.
Vixen.
Rockville?
Vixen.
Vixen's right too. In 1893, he led a so-called army of unemployed Rockville.
Coxie.
Yeah. In 1900, this anti-foreigner rebellion took place in Rockville.
Boxer.
Boxer Rebellion it is. Took place in China. Nice. That's the end of the round. We'll be right back.
It's Academic. Now in its 59th year, and for over 50 years, sponsored by Giant Food.
Well, hello and welcome to It's Academic. We are very happy you're sharing part of your Saturday morning with us. This is the time we always get to meet the team, so let's do it. We start with Rockville from Rockville, Maryland. How are you doing, Sophia?
I'm good. My name is Sophie. I'm a 17-year-old senior from Rockville High School, and I'd like to thank our alternate, Lexi.
All righty. Camilla, hi.
Hi, my name's Camilla. I'm an 18-year-old senior, and I'd like to thank our friends and family for supporting us.
Beautiful. And Jackson.
Hi, I'm Jackson. I'm a 16-year-old junior, and I'd like to shout out the Rockville robotics team.
All right. Questions are worth 20 points. Nothing off for a wrong answer. With one word from each column, you can name what 1823 presidential policy stating that the Americas were not open to European colonization.
Monroe Doctrine.
That's it. Exhilarated, despondent, ambivalent. Which of these 3 words best describes someone who is sad or dejected?
Despondent.
Despondent's correct. The llama is a woolly sort of, fleecy, hairy, blank. To complete this description of a llama by a French author, place in the blank space what barnyard animal represented in the zodiac by Capricorn.
Goat.
Goat.
It is goat. During World War I, Arni of Arabia led the Arabs in revolt. No, that's wrong. Can you change one word and make it right?
Arnie to Lawrence.
Yeah. The most truly international city in the world. Author Christopher Isherwood used these words to refer to Buenos Aires, the capital of what South American country?
Argentina.
Yes, it is. Rockville with 260 points. From Greenbelt, Maryland, Eleanor Roosevelt High School. Hello, Abigail.
Hi, I'm Abigail. I'm a 15-year-old sophomore, and I'd like to thank our alternates Clinton, Cole, and Rayhan for coming out today.
All right, Teresa, how are you doing?
I'm doing great. Hello, I'm an 18-year-old senior, and I'd like to thank our friends and family for coming to support us.
Wonderful. And Martin?
Hi, I'm Martin. I'm a 17-year-old senior. I'd like to thank our principal, Mr. McNeil, and Mr. Levy, our sponsor.
All right, here we go, guys. Take one word from each column, and you'll name what section of an orchestra that contains the oboes and clarinets.
Woodwinds?
That's right. Hygrometer, anemometer, altimeter. You would choose which of these scientific instruments if you wanted to measure humidity in the air.
Hygrometer?
Yes. Of 82 fables attributed to, only one is original. Even thousands of years ago, people said nasty things about each other. These are Aristotle's words about what Greek noted for his fables.
Aesop?
Yeah. The Cape of Good Morning is located near the tip of Africa. No, that is not correct. Please fix it by changing one word.
Morning to hope.
Yes. One who makes no mistakes is one who never does anything. This statement was made by what man who did a lot as a Rough Rider and our 26th president? Answer is Theodore Roosevelt. And sorry, but good job, Eleanor Roosevelt, 180 points. And finally, from Washington, D.C., Gonzaga School, Luke, tell us about yourself.
Hi, I'm Luke. I'm a senior from Gonzaga, and I'd like to thank my dad for being here to support me.
Awesome. Grant, hi.
Hi, I'm Grant. I'm a 16-year-old junior, and I would like to thank our coach, Mr. Heat Dirks, for helping us throughout this year.
Great. And Riley.
Hi, I'm Riley. I'm a junior, and I would like to thank the rest of our teammates.
All right, here we go, guys. With one word from each column, you can get the name of what's second largest Russian city.
St. Petersburg.
That's it. Insidious, fatuous, fortuitous. Which of these words would you properly use to describe an accidental lucky happening?
Fortuitous.
It is. The people feel the need of blank, but not of a constitution. To complete this quote from a 19th century Russian, add what root vegetable whose lack once caused a devastating famine in Ireland?
Potato.
Potato it is. John Doe was the first man to sign the Declaration of Independence. Not. Can you please fix it by changing one word?
Doe to Hancock.
Yeah. Stranger in a Strange Land. To title one of his novels, Robert Heinlein chose these words from what second book of the Old Testament?
Exodus.
That's right. Nice. Gonzaga with 200 points. That's the end of the round, and we'll be back in 1 minute.
People aren't talking about Giant's all-natural Nature's Promise chicken. They're not talking about our fresh, pre-cut veggies. Or Giant's delicious grab-and-go salads and sandwiches. They're not talking because they're eating. Oh, wow. Yum. At Giant, we carry over 900 Nature's Promise products that we feel good about feeding our families. So you can, too. The little things are Giant.
Checkers' new bacon steak subs are breaking all the rules. Like subs should be salad bars on bread. It's a sub, not a salad. Or fries can't be a topping. The fully loaded fry sub begs to differ. Or crispy bacon on steak is too much meat. The Philly cheesesteak says, nah, follow your cravings, not the rules, with the baconiest, steakiest, cheesiest, friesiest, subbiest subs in the history of subs. Checkers' new bacon steak subs. Get Checkers delivered.
Today's contestants receive tickets to the Phillips Collection, America's first museum of modern art, now featuring artist Moira Dreyer, noted for her richly textured and color-saturated works, through April 19th at the Phillips near DuPont Circle. And while they're at the Phillips, please go to our Facebook page. We would love it if you liked us. Okay, it's time for the Picture Perfect round, but before we begin, let's recap the scores. Rockville, 260, Eleanor Roosevelt, 180, and Gonzaga, 200. As you know, questions in this round are worth 20 points up or down. This is a section of a Winslow Homer painting whose title mentions what warm ocean current flowing northeast from Rockville.
Gulf Stream.
Gulf Stream it is. The fur of this sloth has a greenish tinge. Rockville. Answer?
Algae.
It is algae, because of algae. Sculptor Una Hanbury created this bust of what woman, whose environmental works include Rockville?
Carson.
Yep, Rachel Carson. Of these three numbers, which has the smallest absolute? Rockville?
Yeah. 1.
1 it is. This is Van Gogh's depiction of what Spanish city that shares its name with a T-initialed city in Ohio? Rockville.
Toledo.
Toledo, yes. This is an 1803 watercolor of what New Hampshire college, later defended by Daniel Webster? Rockville.
Dartmouth.
Yes, it's Dartmouth. The massive men lead lives of quiet desperation. This quote is from what 19th century Massachusetts author who wrote Civil Dissot Rockville?
Thoreau.
Yeah, it's Thoreau. You can enjoy this view when visiting the Clearwater National Forest. In what western state where Boise is? Rockville.
Idaho.
Nice job, Rockville. 420 points.
People aren't talking about Giant's all-natural Nature's Promise chicken. They're not talking about our fresh, pre-cut veggies. Or Giant's delicious grab-and-go salads and sandwiches. They're not talking because they're eating. Oh, wow. Yum. At Giant, we carry over 900 Nature's Promise products that we feel good about feeding our families. So you can, too. The little things are Giant.
Takes a lot of time and effort for these students to brush up on what they need to know to be on It's Academics. So let's meet the coaches and administrators that help get them here. We begin with Gonzaga. Grant, who's with you?
To my left is our AP chemistry teacher and our coach, Mr. Hedricks.
Mr. Heaters, nice to have you today. From Eleanor Roosevelt, Teresa, who's the duo standing behind you?
On my right is our principal, Mr. McNeil, and on our left, our coach, world history teacher, Mr. Levy.
Very good to see you today. And from Rockville, Camilla, who's with you?
To my right is our coach, Dr. Goodrich. Behind me is our principal, Miss Benson. And to my left is our knowledgeable coach, assistant coach, Mike.
And Mr. Goodrich, you're an author. Can you tell people the name of your book? Just shout it out.
It's called A Hole in the Wind.
Yeah, Dr. Goodrich is a climate scientist, so very good. Thanks, it's great to have you here. So speaking of coaches, to honor the memory of It's Academics creator, we're presenting the 2020 Sophie Altman Coach of the Year Award. Established by Giant Food, the award is a tribute to all It's Academic coaches. To learn how to nominate your coach, check our website, itsacademicquizshow.com. It's time for the packet round. That means Rockville answers questions first from one of these three fine packets. Eleanor Roosevelt gets to choose which packet they'll answer questions from.
They can have 3.
They can have 3. All right. 8 questions, and if you get them all right, 25-point bonus. Although it is not a center for scientific research, the town of Experiment attracts a few curious visitors to what southern state whose capital is Atlanta?
Georgia?
Yes. Fishing is now banned for much of the Great Barrier Reef, an enormous band of coral off the coast of what smallest continent?
Australia?
Australia is right. In 2008, scientists were surprised to discover a new species of frog that exists without what pulmonary organs?
Lungs. Lungs?
Lungs it is. Here's your science question. Which of these is an example of a simple machine known as a lever?
The baseball bat.
It is the baseball bat. The big news in 1857 was the Supreme Court's decision in the case of what slave who had sued for his freedom, arguing his owner had taken him to live in a non-slave state.
Dred Scott.
It's Dred Scott, yeah. Father's Day did not get much attention in what Shakespeare play about a monarch who disinherits his only loyal daughter.
King Lear.
That's it. Here's your math question. Evaluate this expression, giving your answer as an integer.
20.
20 it is. The largest salt flat in the world, 80 miles across, is in what South American country where La Paz and Sucre are major cities?
Bolivia.
It is. Nice, Rockville. 580 points. Eleanor Roosevelt, you're up. Gonzaga, packet 1 or 2?
Packet 1.
Packet 1. The Arabic language has more than 100 synonyms and metaphors to describe what desert animal that can be Bactrian or dromedary.
Camel?
Yep. 2019 marked the 150th anniversary of what chemical chart developed by Mendeleev?
The periodic table?
Yeah, that's it. One of the largest asteroids is named for what major Roman goddess associated with the Greek Hera?
Juno.
It is Juno. Here's your science question. If a man weighs 150 pounds on Earth, which of these is the appropriate amount he'll weigh on the moon?
25?
You're right. More than 1,000 books have been written about what U.S. war, which began in 1846 and included the Battle of Buena Vista.
Spanish-American War?
No, it's the Mexican-American War. Sorry. What royal person was tricked into buying non-existent new clothes in a story written by Hans Christian Andersen?
The Emperor?
Yeah. Math question. If x equals 5, what's the value of this expression?
10.
10 is right. His experience as an apprentice tailor must have proved useful to what 17th president as he tried to sew the Union back together after the Civil War?
Who's after Lincoln?
Answer?
Lincoln?
No, Andrew Johnson, the one who came after him. Nice, though. Eleanor Roosevelt, 300 points. And that leaves packet number 2 for Gonzaga. Gentlemen, Wonders of the Invisible World was a 17th century book about what women in Salem, Massachusetts who supposedly had supernatural powers?
Witches?
Yes. In Norse mythology, the chief god Odin was often accompanied by what same sort of large black bird that says nevermore in a poem by Edgar Allan Poe?
Raven?
Yes. The giant Pistol star, which is 200 times more massive than the sun, is located near the center of what galaxy of which our solar system is a part?
Milky Way?
It is the Milky Way. Here's your science question. All vertebrates classified as mammals have in common which of these physical characteristics?
Milk secreting glands?
You're right. Researchers now say humans are capable of detecting as many as 1 trillion different sensations, affecting what sense involving your olfactory nerve?
Smell?
Yeah, that's it. Although best known for her murder mysteries, author Dorothy Sayers also translated The Divine Comedy by what Italian medieval poet?
Dante?
Yep, you're right. Here's your math question. Solve for x.
18.
Yeah. One of the persons buried in Washington, D.C.'s National Cathedral is what 28th president who had tried to get the U.S. to join the League of Nations?
Wilson?
It was Wilson. Nice job, Gonzaga. 25-point bonus. Woo! We have the grab bag round coming up next, so don't go away.
I mean, another season.
Yes.
When Giant delivers, we'll do the shopping for you, so you can do more of what you love.
Checkers' new bacon steak subs are breaking all the rules. Like subs should be salad bars on bread. It's a sub, not a salad. Or fries can't be a topping. The fully loaded fries sub begs to differ. Or crispy bacon on steak is too much meat. The Philly cheesesteak says, nah, follow your cravings, not the rules, with the baconiest, steakiest, cheesiest, friesiest, subbiest subs in the history of subs. Checkers' new bacon steak subs. Get Checkers delivered.
Eat your own.
Yeah, but I got dinner. Cheers.
With Giant same-day pickup, we'll do the shopping for you, so you can do more of what you love.
So scores can add up pretty quickly in this grab bag round because questions are worth 20 points up or down. Visual questions are worth 30 points up or down. So let's see what happens. Before we begin, let's take another look at the scores. Rockville, 605. Eleanor Roosevelt, 300. Gonzaga, 385. So shall we begin? Here we go. Launched in 2006, the New Horizons spacecraft took 9 Rockville.
The black hole.
Answer? In 3, 2, 1. The answer is Pluto. Sorry. National historic landmarks are usually houses or battlefields, but what first nuclear submarine? Rockville.
Nautilus?
It was the Nautilus, yeah. What annual award is named in honor of the Major League Baseball pitcher who won more games? Rockville.
Cy Young?
Yep, the Cy Young Award. On your screens for 30 points. This is the old fortress in what city, the capital of Azerbaijan? Rockville.
Baku?
You're right. What author not only wrote the book, but did the voice on an audio tape of The Restaurant at the End of the Universe? Roosevelt.
Douglas Adams.
Yeah, the brilliant Douglas Adams. If one number is 5 times another and their sum is 78, identify either number, Rockville.
So it's on 13.
13?
13 is it. U.S. diplomats set off a political firestorm with what so-called 1854 manifesto that urged Rockville? Answer?
Ostend?
Yeah, it's Ostend. On your screens for 30 points. All literature is protest. These are the words of what American author who did his protesting with works like Native Son and Rockville?
Wright.
Yeah, Richard Wright. Choice. Which of these is an example of a diverging lens? Double concave, double convex, or concave convex? Anybody? Anybody? Any takers? Gonzaga. Answer?
Double concave.
You've got it. Nice. As her envoy to Holland, England's Elizabeth I chose what banker whose name is linked to the economic principle that bad money drives out? Rockville.
Gresham?
Yeah, Thomas Gresham. Diedrich Knickerbocker was one of the pen names used by what early American author whose real first name was Washington? Rockville.
Irving?
Yeah, Washington Irving. On your screens for 30 points. This is the wife of what 17th century Englishman known for his diary about life in London during the plague? Rockville. Answer? In 3, 2,
Ray?
1. No, Samuel Pepys. From the name of these islands, you can tell that Dodecanese is a group of what number of islands in the Rockville?
12.
Yeah. The Roman Colosseum was completed during the reign of what emperor who had the same first name as Shakespeare's title character, Andronicus? Roosevelt.
Titus?
Yeah, Titus it is. The men who planned the assassination of Abraham Lincoln met at the boarding house owned by what woman who was hanged? Rockville.
Yeah, that's right.
Surratt?
Yeah, Mary Surratt. When an ancient Roman spoke of Hibernia, he meant a place that is now what country that includes Galway Bay and Shannon River? The answer is Ireland. The Admirable Crichton is a creature of what admirable Scottish author who also wrote Peter Pan? Rockville.
Barry?
You've got it. Symphony No. 8 by Franz Schubert is usually described with what word meaning incomplete? Rockville.
Unfinished.
Unfinished it is. John Knowles is best known as the author of what novel set in Rockville?
A Separate Piece.
A Separate Piece is right. That's the end of the
People aren't talking about Giant's all-natural Nature's Promise chicken. They're not talking about our fresh, pre-cut veggies. Or Giant's delicious grab-and-go salads and sandwiches. They're not talking because they're eating. Oh, wow. Yum. At Giant, we carry over 900 Nature's Promise products that we feel good about feeding our families. So you can too. The little things are Giant.
Why use an outdated way to find the best price on your next vehicle when you can stay up to date on the lowest prices online and fast with Sheehy's Easy Price?
It's easy at Sheehy. Sheehy.com.
To all the men and women that serve our country,
Overseas as well as here in the U.S.
We'd like to thank you for your service,
for all you do for us to keep us safe,
and the sacrifice that you put in for us.
Thank you for all you do for our country. Thank you for serving our country.
Thanks for your service.
Thank you for your service.
Thanks for all you do.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Brought to you by American Residential Services. Thank you for keeping us safe at home.
You wouldn't shuffle through a Rolodex to find a number, so why would you choose an outdated way to find your vehicle? Stay up to date on the Mid-Atlantic's largest selection with Sheehy's Easy Search.
It's easy at Sheehy. Sheehy.com.
People aren't talking about Giant's all-natural Nature's Promise chicken. They're not talking about our fresh, pre-cut veggies. Or Giant's delicious grab-and-go salads and sandwiches. They're not talking because they're eating. Oh, wow. Yum. At Giant, we carry over 900 Nature's Promise products that we feel good about feeding our families. So you can too. The little things are Giant.
The scores are now official. We begin with Eleanor Roosevelt from Greenbelt, Maryland, Abigail, Teresa, and Martin, 340 points. From Washington, D.C., Gonzaga College High School, Luke, Grant, and Riley, 405 points. And coming back for the playoff, the team that hardly let anyone else in, Rockville High School. We've got Sophie, Camilla, Jackson, 835 points. Well done. Please join us next week when we have Bishop O'Connell, Sidwell Friends, and W.T. Woodson. I'm Hillary Howard. Thanks for spending part of your Saturday with us. See you next time. Everybody, come on down.